Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, because the wedding of the century belongs to Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau, a.k.a. Jana, who tied the knot in Vegas. And let me tell you guys, buckle up, because it was wild.
The wedding of the century, folks. There's no other weddings to compare.
That's it.
We're super lucky. Our own Fry Bennett was at the wedding. He was there, and he's got the inside deets on everything, including the fight during the ceremony. First off, Fry, you've only had 1 hour of sleep. You just got back from Vegas. Are you YouTube famous now or what?
I'm D-list adjacent now.
You got pretty close last night, though. You were actually at the wedding, man. I mean, where do we even begin? Let's start with the ceremony, of course, which in and of itself was a party, right? But there also was a little fight that broke out. Tell us about it.
Okay, so the fight happened right after they kissed, when they said "I do," and then someone, I don't know who is friends with them, but threw like a champagne glass on Jake Paul, and then he got mad and went after the guy. And then after he went after the guy, this whole posse went after him, including this guy named Armin Azadi, who like is part of Team 10.
And he officiated the wedding.
Yeah, he officiated the wedding.
wedding.
Great. So crazy, but so iconic. He looked amazing, and then he was just like going after him, and it was just so funny that he was like doing it, because it's like, one, I was like, who is this guy? And like, everyone kept saying he was the fat Jew, like that guy. Like, but I was like, I don't think that's him, guys. But yeah, but some people think it was staged because all of MTV was there. It was super crowded.
Well, I will say two sources did tell, two separate sources told ET that the fight looked staged. But you know what? Let's play it for you guys, and you be the judge.
You judge it yourself,
yes,
right
exactly.
here.
You may kiss the bride.
Whoop. Smite thee with these hands.
So again, a champagne glass apparently went at the couple, at the altar. There was many angles of this fight around, but yeah, and then like Jake got really heated, and then you're right. It looked like Azadi, the officiant, kind of got involved and like was maybe the first one to take a swing at this alleged
it looked like,
suspect.
Well, I think Jake gave him the first shove, and then Armani Azadi standing there. I mean, he just finished officiating the wedding. Then he got in on it, and here they are being like dragged or chased out. Now, I think it serves to remind everyone that they were filming this for a reality show.
For Tana's MTV reality show.
Reality show. But the thing that blew my mind, Fry, did you hear? People were paying $50 to stream this online.
They were streaming it, yeah.
Yeah, I heard the stream wasn't even working properly. But honestly, you didn't even need the stream. You could see it all over Twitter everywhere. Chairs were literally flipped. It was some Teresa Giudice-ish. It was so crazy. Also, I will say, like, the only reason I think it was staged is because after the fight, like, everyone just went back to normal. Everyone was laughing. Like, everyone just kept partying. There was already a whole party going on, like, beside the ceremony. So everyone just went back to what they were doing. And they're like, okay, let's call our Ubers. It's time for Sugar Factory.
And then Tana tweeted about it. She said she thought that the fight made it better, made the party even better.
Oh
I'm not
it was iconic. I agree.
That's what they wanted. They wanted that headline. You know what I mean? They wanted a viral
Well,
moment.
of course, guys. I mean, listen, I've said many times on ET Live how I feel about reality television, and YouTube reality television is new and different.
It's right. No, absolutely.
It's next level.
It's next level. It's a different level.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But you know what? They did say that they wanted this to be completely unconventional, and I'm going to say it did. In fact, there was a red carpet at the ceremony, right, for us?
Yes.
I mean, and also an Oprah impersonator?
Yeah, okay, so I saw an Oprah impersonator, and at first I thought it was Oprah, and I was like, oh my god, what is Oprah doing here? Like, how much did they pay her to be here?
That's a good thing.
And then it was an look at my face. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Wait, no, literally, yeah, she looked exactly like Oprah, and I was like, oh my god, Miss Winfrey, how are you?
Wow, I read this thing, I was reading about it because I was like, Oprah impersonator, supposedly there was also a Bruno Mars impersonator, and this woman at BuzzFeed interviewed the Oprah impersonator, and the Oprah impersonator said she didn't even know why she was there.
She was like, why am I here?
What am I doing?
You get a car. You get a car. First of all, but let's talk about Tana's amazing wedding dress. In fact, she had two looks, you guys. That's the second one you're seeing right there with her walking down the aisle. Both of them over the top. I will say gorgeous. And as we've learned, they both are designs from Paris Fashion Week, or her Paris Fashion Week collection, I should say.
That's right.
And were handmade to fit.
They're beautiful
her.
dresses. They're absolutely beautiful dresses. He's dressed in some sort of 1940s, I don't know, mobster thing with a fanny pack slung over his shoulder.
I mean,
complete with an umbrella accessory.
They look legit. Like, you know, like that does look like the actual, you know, like an actual wedding.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound surprised, but
Yeah.
I just want to clarify. I just said her Paris Fashion Week collection. I'm
Right.
talking about the designer Johanna Hernandez. She designed both of Tana's dresses here.
Ah.
Again, handmade to fit her, and they look great.
Yeah,
they
it's
look amazing.
Beautiful dress.
Let's talk about, though, a couple of things that are happening at the ceremony. First of all, it happened at Graffiti Mansion.
Yes.
And so, Farai, correct me if I'm wrong, there was like literally graffiti kind of plastered all over this mansion with messages for them, right?
Yeah, so it was just like all their hashtags, all their handles, Jana Forever, Jana Wedding, at Tana Mongeau, at Jake Paul, like you don't know who they are. And then there was also like a mural that was being made like moments before the wedding because the wedding was running behind. And I think it's honestly because of this mural because it took like forever to make and then once it was done, the whole ceremony started.
A lot of people were complaining, and this is something I read about the people who paid $50 for the streams. The wedding itself was 4 hours late. I can fill you in with a little info here. Graffiti Mansion, it seems to be owned by that Armani Azadi,
right.
the guy who officiated the wedding. And they've held lots of parties there. You can find them all over their social media. And here in a little bit later, we're going to talk about him a little bit more, give you a little more info about Graffiti Mansion. But yeah, that's like a Vegas hotspot. They'll do events for charity and whatnot there
I
as
love
well.
it. I mean, the venue does look cool, but all tea, no shade. I'm sorry. The handles being spray painted on the side of the buildings and the hashtags, a little too tacky for
You don't
me.
like that?
I do not like that. And Tana, I love my handle.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to see it up on my, like, on a building on my wedding day.
my
You know,
God,
it's like, I
so
get
amazing.
it. I will say, if you thought that was tacky, though, apparently Logan Paul, Jake's brother and best man, his live podcast was also taping in one of the corners. Because that's what you do.
Oh, my God.
That's what you do. But look, that's him. That's the best man right there giving a speech. Farai, what can you tell us about Logan? Because obviously he's been one of the people who maybe suggested that the wedding was fake.
He
But
said
here
it
he is.
explicitly.
Yeah. So here he is.
I think he's for it now. He was having so much fun yesterday. He was like, honestly, I wasn't even paying attention to the fight for Like, I'm so drunk. Like, I'm just trying to go to chaos and have fun. And I was like, okay, go off.
What can you tell us about his speech here?
He was just saying, like, okay, this isn't about the graffiti. This is about all the B-list influencers who came here today. And I was like, oh.
I feel attacked.
Wild. But, like, he wasn't wrong.
Right.
No, I heard, this is a little awkward, but I heard there was a lot of B-list influencers and like a lot of porn industry people were supposedly at this wedding.
Again, it's one of those turn-up weddings, I guess. But,
yeah.
You know, I will say, obviously, what happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas when you're Jana, and especially because they had a red carpet, like I said, not only at their ceremony, but also the reception. Let me remind you guys, I just mentioned it, a lot of fans needed some convincing that their relationship was real. Even Jake's brother, Logan, suggested that it could be fake. So what does he think about it now? Well, our very own Oscar Gracie got the newlyweds inside their big party at the Sugar Factory, and he asked them. Take a look.
Obviously, it took Logan a little convincing to realize that you guys were the real.
A lot of convincing.
So what did that mean to have him like finally realize that you guys are?
It was dope. It was special. Like I wanted to cry, but I didn't. You know when you like want to cry, but you don't.
I was like, these lashes, those Gettys, we're not crying. I held back tears literally all night.
But it was dope. It was dope, and like I love my brother, and I love that he supports us, and you know he's a Jana shipper.
And I think that,
and here we are.
We're getting deep at a Sugar Factory right now outside. But I think that Logan's just apprehensive to see Jake get hurt because Jake's been hurt a lot. And I also think it's like one of those things where it's like he loves his brother, and you know, like if it's fake, he wants to like give him for it and evaluate it and whatever. And I think it took a second, which is cool.
I appreciate Tana answering the question for real. Like that was, I felt like that was really genuine.
I'm just blown away that they had this interview table set up ready to go at their reception.
ET exclusive at that reception.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean.
These people.
I know. Jake said it though. He says Logan is now officially a Jana shipper. I mean, you kind of have to be by the time you're at the wedding.
Yeah, well, listen, anybody who's got any respect at all at the wedding, they say that they're shipping it. But I did see an interview where he said he gives it about a month.
That's true. He also did say that.
There's that.
He also did say that, guys.
He also did say that.
I mean, one thing's for sure, they sure know how to throw a party, though. This is her reception look at the Sugar Factory for the big party. Things got a little messy, both literally and figuratively. Apparently, it looks like Jake actually cut the cake, Tana, with the sword.
This is actually the part about this whole wedding that bothers me the least. I like... I like that he had this big ass sword and that he took it to the cake. Evidently, he even stabbed it. At one point, he's holding the sword up for people to eat cake off of it. Here they are dancing in the cake because that's classy.
Because that's what you do, apparently, at the Jana wedding. You know, this is actually off of Tana Mongeau's Instagram story. They're just slipping and sliding in a wedding cake that no one appears got to taste. Like,
Denny, let me, okay, on the spot. It's your wedding day.
Yes.
What are you doing with the cake? Are you letting it get all over the floor? Are you keeping it? Are you?
No! I will say I wouldn't make a big moment of like the whole cutting the cake.
Really? You
I
don't
really
like
wouldn't.
that moment?
No, I'd probably just grab like our parents. We'd do it. I'd have a bite and then I'm gonna hit that dance.
Yeah, but you gotta do the cut. Everybody likes seeing the cut. And then they come out with all the pieces afterwards. I like seeing the cut. That's why I like the sword bit.
I almost don't even want cake at my wedding.
Really?
I like pie. I want a wedding. I want wedding pies. It's all over, you know, slices for everybody.
You know,
but I'm only gonna have
like
a little
that.
nibble of it because it's
I
my
like
wedding
that.
night.
I didn't do it. Are you doing costume changes for your wedding? Costume looks, different looks at the wedding?
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
I wasn't mad about that.
That's really on brand. Really on brand for me.
Yeah, to me, I thought that was a little extra, but to be honest, I'm not mad about it at all.
You know, not at all. The party went far into the night, though, guys, because there was an after party for I know you were there as well. What can you tell us?
It was at Chaos. It was lit AF. It was super fun. There was like a private pool area situation, and there was like confetti, and everyone was saying, yeah, Tana and Jake. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, Tana and Jake. And I'm like, but also like my flight leaves in like an hour.
How many people were at this after party? It looks like a sold out club.
Yeah, it was at Chaos. So it was like there was already other people at the club, but then there was like a private section for all the other YouTubers. Tana wasn't there. When I talked to her, she was like, I don't even know if I'm going to go. Like, I'm not really up for it. She seemed like really tired. Jake was there without her.
So what we're seeing now, though, I want to clarify, is actually from Jake's Insta story.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like it's just like the after party still at Sugar Factory.
Yeah,
maybe
this was at
before they
Sugar
went
Factory
before
everyone, after the cake was done, everyone left and went to Chaos.
Azadi's still going. He's
Yeah.
still going.
Azadi still holding it down.
So here's the question. Where in the world are Jake and Tana now? We don't know, but they did tease a really big honeymoon. Oscar got the scoop on where they might travel to, or at least the vibe they're going for. Take a look.
We need our honeymoon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jake and I are about to be just, like, passed out on a boat.
Yep.
Like, for, like, days. And I'm so excited.
I'm surprising her with a lot of honeymoon-ness. She doesn't know what's going down.
I'm so stressed
She's just getting
out.
on a flight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Low-key.
So you have no idea.
I know where we're going, which I think is still a secret, but I know that if anybody has tricks up their sleeve, it is Jacob Joseph Paul. And I'm nervous for sure. I don't even know what's gonna go down, but
Let's
I'm excited.
go.
I'm so excited.
I love that it's a secret where they're going on honeymoon for us, but she knows.
Right.
They're saving it for a big reveal for the public.
You've got to tease it up, then you've got to do the reveal, especially when you have a reality show airing on MTV. Just saying. Oh
Tana
my
turns
God.
21. You better plug it, Tana.
I have to keep screaming this.
Yeah, he's screaming it.
Here's the thing, though, is like you can find on social media they left the after party and they went their separate directions at the end of the night.
I mean, I just said it. Tana wasn't at the after party at Chaos. You know, if I was Tana, I would either stay out with my husband or make him come home.
Right.
But maybe she was tired. She chugged a Four Loko on her Insta story that morning, like at
that'll do
11
it.
a.m. on a private
Four
jet.
Locos at 11 a.m.? Who are these people?
They like to party. They like to party. But wouldn't you, like, tell your groom, the man you just married, be like,
Yeah.
I'm tired, you're coming with, right?
Yeah,
Like,
babe.
we gotta go.
We gotta call it a night.
No, she
gotta
wants
go.
him to have fun.
Okay, you know, we can't judge the relationship.
Okay.
Fry, thank you for saying that. You're
Fry,
right.
You know what? I love that you're standing this relationship
what?
100%.
Because they have a lifetime to spend together. Okay, so there's that. Next up, though, the wedding may have been anything but traditional, but Tana did say she will be changing her last name to Paul, and here's why.
Tana Paul.
That's me.
Oh yes. Are you gonna make the Instagram
Absolutely.
official name?
I got it, right? Dude, an
We're
8-letter
working
IG name versus like a 14-letter one, first of all. That's just adding to the clout.
Gang.
Thank you. Jake inadvertently
So
gave
out
me
here.
clout just by having a short last name, which is like... it's
You deserve
amazing.
it.
I'm so excited to have a
You
last
deserve
name.
it.
You deserve it.
Hashtag clout.
Is it really? Do you really have more clout? Farai. Okay, Farai. Does a person with a shorter IG name automatically have more clout? Is that how this works?
I mean, it's better to file your taxes that way, I guess.
Yeah, right. It's not even
Or like
just
anything. It's just I would do that. Like it's shorter. Like my last name's way too long.
Tana
Just
Paul
don't like
is
anything.
kinda
Yeah, that's
dope.
really quick.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's to the point.
Yeah, it's to the point, and like she said, it's shorter characters, right?
Yep.
And it just has a ring to it. I can't.
Tana Paul does. Tana Mongeau sounds more unique, more interesting.
And she also told Oscar it's just easier to pronounce too. A lot of people didn't know how to say Mojo for the longest time. That's
absolutely true.
But now it's Paul.
Yeah,
that's easier.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jake. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jake
And
Paul.
thank you guys for the good times. I mean,
oh my
we're not
gosh.
the only ones having fun about this wedding. It's time for our MVP, the most viral post, and this is dedicated to the officiant, Armani Azadi.
Armani Azadi. This was to me, he was the biggest surprise out of all of this. I was familiar with the Paul brothers.
Yep.
Learned a lot about Tana Mongeau, but I didn't know who this Armani Azadi was. And I mean, obviously, the fight was such a big thing. You're like, who is this priest? Well, the priest is Armani Azadi. Here he is. This is off of his IG.
Don't you love that he wore this?
Yes,
By the way,
I do.
I cannot confirm nor deny whether or not he's a priest. I just know that he can officiate weddings, but I think he definitely was trying to go for the look.
Well, and here's the thing: is you don't have to wear a habit to officiate a wedding. You officiated a wedding.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm not a priest.
What did you wear?
I had
just
to wear
like a suit,
a custom suit that the grooms picked out for me.
Yeah.
They put the whole look together.
Still had to ball out.
I wish I would have worn something like that. I actually sent them a photo of Rihanna in her Met Gala look. I was like, this is what I want to wear to your wedding. I was turned down. But I'm glad that Armani Azadi got to, live out his priest's dreams.
Yeah, well, he's living out more than just his priest dreams.
Right.
The guy's a former club promoter. He's a full-time Vegas resident. Evidently, he's a millionaire. He is the owner of the Graffiti Mansion.
Right.
And it went viral a couple years ago, the first time they painted it, and then they started doing it for charity events. They'll, paint it up for Christmas or for Halloween, and kids will come over. It's a pretty big deal. He has a bit of a suspicious legal past. Was hit with some pretty serious charges, spent 2 years in jail, and then all of the charges and everything was dropped.
Wow.
I want to be super clear about that. He's got 500,000 people who follow him on Instagram and all the other social medias.
And now he's officiating his pal Jake's wedding.
Yeah.
And I will say, if you guys can tell from some of those stories, he also turned it all the way up. So that's how an MVP parties at a wedding, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is how MVPs cover a wedding. Farai, we gotta tell you, thank you for all the tea. I know you're tired, but we do appreciate it. We needed all that scoop, so thank you.
Thank you. Anytime. I love to spill the tea.
Hey, Farai, let me tell you something, man. You are not D-list adjacent. You're C-list adjacent.
You got an upgrade.
Can at least be
today,
B?
Okay?
He said B.
Absolutely.
You're B in our hearts.
You're A-list to us.
All right, you guys, for more details inside Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul's wedding, make sure you guys check out etonline.com for more coverage. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Toodles.